Now, we saw in the previous lesson, and you've probably seen plenty of times yourself, when you enter dates into Excel, sometimes it takes it upon itself how it would like to format things. Now, we're going to look at how we can control that formatting using the dates formatting working file. In here, in the first sheet, you'll see there are 3 dates that are formatted completely differently. We have first here that's 12th of August. Well, that was created by just typing 8/12, and it made the assumption of this year. You can see that in the formula bar, but only displayed the month and the day because that's what I typed in. The second one shows the pretty much default format, month/day/year. I actually typed that in 5-31-01, but it's displayed it in this way. And then we have a date with a time involved as well. Again, typed 8:00 at the end, but that's assumed 8 a.m. We can see that up here in the formula bar. Now, regardless of what Excel does to the date and time that we put in, we can control that ourselves. Now, the quickest way to do that is to go to the little drop arrow here on the number part of the home ribbon, and there are some pre-built date formats. There's a short date. If I were to choose that now, it would apply it to that cell, and I would get December 24th, 2014. There is a long date format, which actually gives me the day of the week, as well as the full month of the year, and then the day and the year, with some dividing commas to make it look pretty. Or there is a time option, which would just give me the time. Because this cell contains time, I get an 8 a.m. If I were to do it on that cell there and choose the time option, I get the 12 a.m., which is 0000, beginning of the day. There's no value to the time element effectively. Now, those quick options don't really tell the whole story. If we go into more number formats, there are a date and a time option with further choices. You can see here, if you choose date, there are 2 with little stars on. One's the short date and one's the long date format, but then there are others. And you can see in the sample here what it will do to your cell. So there's some that show the month or part of the month or the whole month, the month, the day and the year, the month, the day, the year, and the time. Well, that's 12 a.m. because there's no time element. And then time just shows different choices of time, depending on what you want to see. We have an AM, PM option there with the date. If I said OK, that would look like that. If I then do the same with this, so that's the additional formats. I want the one that shows the date and the time with effectively the AM or the PM option. Gives me my 12/24/14. Notice, however, it's only a 2-digit year rather than a 4-digit year. So despite the fact that you have some pre-built formats for both date and time, I personally, and you personally, really need to get some control over the date formatting by using the custom box, where there are some date options in here. But we're going to completely ignore all of those and delete the type in this box here, which then shows me the raw number for the cell I currently have selected. So this cell here, December the 24th, 2014, has a raw value, the number underneath it, 41,997.333333. So a third, which is 8 hours. A third of 24 is 8. What we can do is use a combination of little d's, little m's, little y's, little h's, and little s's to format the date how we would like to see it. So if I start typing an M, you can see 12 appears in the sample box. That's the month. If I type 2 M's, it remains as a 12. Now the difference between M and 2 M's is when it's a single digit month, such as everything up to September really, you would only get a single digit for the month. So instead of saying 08 or 09, it would just say 8 and 9. I'm going to leave it as 2, not because it's 12, because I want to see a 2-digit when it's not 2 digits. The same, if you go / applies to D, which is your date key. So 1D will give me 24, but 2Ds will also give me 24. 1D has a different effect when the numbers are 9 or less, because you then get a single digit. / Y for the year gives me 2014. However, you'll notice it's only a 2-digit year. Same applies with the second Y. The third Y, however, causes the whole century to appear, and that's how I prefer it. But just for ease of following the code, I tend to put 4 Ys because there are 4 characters in a full year. I can also, by putting a space, then start to use time elements, and the time characters are H for hours. So you can see there a single H gives me the 8 for the 8 a.m. Double H gives me the 08. So you can see there, hopefully, the difference between M, double M, D, and double D, and that you will get a 0 preceding if you use double digits. Then I use the time divider, which is the colon, and M for minutes. Now it knows that those M's are minutes, not hours, because I've used the colon. And if I wanted, I could put colon S to get me seconds. And again, the S and the SS, depending on if you're likely to have 2 digits of seconds or single digit. However, the seconds doesn't make much sense, so I'm going to remove those and instead put a space and actually put AM/PM, which all in itself, no spaces, is the code to say, show me the AM or the PM denominator, depending on whether the date is in the morning or the afternoon. And then OK, reformats that cell how I want it to be displayed. Now I do have a list of dates here, which are actually all the same date, so that we can just look at the difference of each of the formatting options. So if I go back into number and custom, for the first one, I just want to use a D. And when I say OK, I then just get 2. Behind that cell, it's still August the 2nd, 1966. But I'm asking to display using the formatting just the day, which will give me 2. I then go to the second cell and go custom, and I should do DD. You'll see I then get 02. Because it's only a single character, it puts a leading 0 on. Then we start to get clever with our formatting. If I go up here now to custom and put 3 Ds, you'll see I get an abbreviated day. So that's TU. So I now know that August the 2nd, 1966 was actually a Tuesday. And just to finish the pattern there, if I were to put 4 Ds, I get the whole day of the week. So D gives me a single digit. It will give me 2 if there are 2. So if it was December, I would still get 12. Double D gives me the 2 digits regardless of whether there are 2 digits or not. If there aren't 2 digits, I get the leading 0. 3 Ds give me an abbreviated day of the week. 4 Ds give me the full day of the week. Now there is logic to this, and if we do the same thing for the next few cells but concentrate on the month delimiting character, M gives me an 8. Double M, I'm sure you can guess, will give me 08. Or about triple M? I don't need to ask, do I? It'll give me the abbreviated month, so that's Aug. And then following that logic through, quadruple M gives me the full month of August. So you can use a combination of your M's and D's and Y's to get parts of the day or parts of the month. If I wanted to see the raw number behind here, we've done this already. I just clear the formats. So that cell contains 24321. The formatting on each of these cells then determines which part of that date I see. You are completely in charge here. You can mix and match. You can use anything how you like. It is only formatting. If I take another one of these cells, and let's go for the full month with a space, then the day, and then the year, and then perhaps open some brackets and put the full day, and then OK. I need to widen the column to see that August 2nd, 1966 was a Tuesday. And it's just formatting. It's just making use of the M's, the D's and the Y's. And if you want time, the H's, the M's and the S's. Now, having covered that, hopefully some of that will have sunk in. If not, you can practice and more practice. We're going to have a look at the second sheet here that says dates in formulas. Now, I have a quick little table here. 3 people's names, their dates of birth. And if in the next column I wanted to put something like equals Sandy, so I wanted Sandy's name or whoever happens to be there, and some text, open speech marks, say was born on, close the speech marks, and then ampersand to stick their date of birth on. When I press return, Excel really helps me out here, but not greatly. Let's widen that so we can see it better. It says Sandy was born on 36,707. which is the value of that cell, which is what I've asked it to do. However, I don't want to see the value of that cell. I want to see the formatted value of that cell. If I want to do that, then what I need to do in my formula is use a clever function here called text. Now, we will be exploring this function some more as we go along. So the basics of it are text is the function, open brackets, the cell you wish to format, comma, and then open speech marks. I'm going to close them and close the brackets straight away just so you can see the whole formula in place. What I need to put between these speech marks is the formatting I would like to take place of cell B2, which is my little d's and little m's. So if I want to say whoever's in A2, happens to be Sandy, was born on, I could put 2, 3, 4 D's. That's going to say whatever day of the week, 2 days for the day, 4 letters for the month, and then 4 for the year. Let's go for a full thing here. So when I press return, we get Sandy was born on Friday, 30th June 2000. Doesn't make Sandy very old, does it? I can then replicate that formula down, and each of these then followed through. Malcolm was born on Saturday, 25th December. Alfred born on Friday, the 15th of January, 1993. So we've used the clever text function here, which uses the same formatting we've already used in the format cells to actually format the result of a cell. Because when you're using formulas, You cannot pick up the formatted value of a cell, you can only pick up the value of a cell. But then we use the text function to apply any formatting values we might wish to see. So we will be seeing this text function again, so that will give you a bit more practice and seeing how it can be used. And hopefully we've covered the clever formatting options behind the dates here that allow you to make dates be displayed how you want them to be seen.